Hey, how about a tool video? This will be episode... I forgot the episode number. Alright, up first, we got a brake caliper file. This is the thin version for Japanese vehicles, or basically for smaller vehicles. Part number 460202, made by Mueller Cubs? I don't know. How do you say that? Made in Germany. So it's a German tool. Basically, it's gonna scrape all the rust off your brake calipers. So you can get it out here. They do make a larger version too. I don't know the model number. If I find it, I'll put a link. But very well made tool. Feels really solid. Feels really nice. Nice serrations there, and has a thinner profile as you know to get that rust off the calipers. I don't see a lot of rust out here, but I do see some when people bring their cars from like Pennsylvania and Illinois and stuff. Hopefully I don't have to use this, but if I do, I'll definitely show it in a video. But I've been meaning to buy this for a while, and I finally did. And I'm glad I did. Just a first initial appearance. These things seem like they're very well made and solid, so we'll see if it holds up. Anyway, let's see what else we got. Alright, up next from Astro, we got a heavy duty air riveter, 1/4 inch capacity. This is the PR14. You can see there's a picture of it right there. Let's see, made in China. Comes with a few different nose pieces. You can see 1/4 inch, 3/16, 5/32, 1/8, and 3/32. So definitely a decent little variety there. I got them to be able to handle big rivets like this. These are 1/4 inch rivets right here. These are for window regulators. And so I wanted a riveter where I'm not killing myself. One that'll be able to do it pneumatically. And so that's why I've got this. So let's get it open. We'll check it out. Alright, you can see that's what it looks like out of the box. We got a couple of wrenches, manual. We got a cup to catch the broken mandrels. Looks like we got some replacement jaws in there, those 3 pieces there, and one of the 5 nose pieces. So we got 1 there, plus 3 down there. They just kind of pop out like that. You can replace them. Kind of sucks that there's only 3 openings down here, and then you got your 4th. So the 5th one, of course, is going to be lost, because that's always what happens. It's got a little rubber removable base down here that just slides on and off, and then the cup just kind of pops on like that. Now it'll catch all the pieces as they're ejected down the shaft there, and you can see that it already has the 1/4 inch nose piece ready to go. So if I can, I'll feature this in a video. Alright, up next, we got a valve core removal tool. You can see this little guy, little small thing. This is by Motion Pro, part number 08-0183, made in China. And I have other stuff from Motion Pro. I don't know, can you see that right here? I have some JIS bits that I bought from Motion Pro. Been very happy with them. So when I saw this, I think Amazon recommended it to me or something like that. I saw that was available. I thought, oh cool, I'll try it. I have larger valve core removal tools, but in some cases you try to get in there with them and they don't fit. And so I wanted a really small one like this that didn't have the T or wasn't too large, and I thought, well, I've been happy with them before, so I'll try it. And just for a quick comparison, you can see I have it out of the packaging now. It's got knurling for grip, but you can see the size difference next to some other variations. And so if you got to get into someplace tight, that definitely would be your pick. Alright, up next you can see we got a big old plain brown box. Well, let me open it up. I'll show you what we got in there. Alright, as you can see, we got the old Jeepers Creeper from Lisle. Nice little creeper here. Let's see, this is a part number 97102 or model 97102. Some assembly required. This is the black version, as you can see. They make other colors. I know they used to be made in the USA, but there are no markings anywhere on there or anything on the box or this to indicate where it's made. So I'm not positive it's made in the USA anymore, but I think it still is. These wheels, there's 6 of them. We just pop them in on the bottom, And then there's a nice little, whoops, padded headrest right there. And then it gives us, we only need about 7/8 of an inch clearance. So this is a low profile. We don't have to raise the car too high to get under there. So plan on putting this to use as I get older. It's nice to be able to lay down on this and kind of roll around instead of shimmying around. So in the event, let's see what we got next. Alright, up next from Extech, we got a hydro thermometer is what they call it. Basically it does temperature and humidity, which is very important if you're doing AC work, which is why I got it. This is model 445703. Obviously I said made by Extech and made in China, and if you didn't know, Extech is part of FLIR systems. So this is supposed to be good quality. This was actually recommended by Honda, one of their tools they recommend for techs when you're working on AC, which is the reason I got it. Nice big, display, which is also nice. I'm not sure, does it have a stand? Oh, it says desktop or wall mount, so it probably does. Yeah, it's got a little stand so we can flip it out. It takes one battery, I believe it's a AAA. Yes, one AAA. So I'll get that put in and we can look at it. Alright, I got the battery in. You can see it has a nice big display, which I like. And yeah, you just flip this out. Well, if I could do it. And it's a nice little stand, so you can put it like that. Or it has a screw hole in the back where you can hang it up on the wall. If you want to go to Celsius, you can right there. But just a basic thermometer, thermometer, and does humidity. And supposed to be pretty accurate, so that's why I got it. I wanted an accurate one. So, well, let's see what else we got. And it definitely looks like it's accurate enough for what I need. Okay, here we go from Easy Red. We got a 2-piece Kiwi plier set. KWP2 is the model number, made in China. And you can see they're at a nice little angle, make it more convenient when you're working on stuff. Has a 6 and an 8-inch Kiwi plier, long nose, as you can see. I have these other Easy Red pliers that are similar. They're wire stripper with needle nose, but I really like these. And when I saw that these were available, I thought, why not? We'll get those and try it out. You can see just basic packaging. Let me get them out. And you can see that's what it looks like out of the plastic. And it comes in a nice little foam case. I guess if you wanted to keep those in your tool drawer like that, you could. Takes up a lot of space though. Pliers typically take up a lot of space, and I don't try to organize them too much because, yeah, you could use your whole toolbox just for it. You can see they have a little spring to them. They will open up when you let go. Not too much. Not like it would, take a lot of effort to keep it closed. Thin little nose there. But I mean, just your basic Kiwi pliers. You can see that's the 8-inch, and then the 6-inch is quite a bit smaller and quite a bit shorter, you can see. But Easy Red makes good stuff, so I don't suspect that this would be any different than the other stuff that I have from them. So anyway, let's keep moving. Okay, I can't help myself. As you can see, I went to Harbor Freight, buying some Harbor Freight stuff. I wanted to replace my air hose, although I don't use it that often. Starting to get a lot of cracks and stuff right in here, so I figured it's time to replace it. The current one I have was an old cheap Harbor Freight one, so this is supposed to be the upgraded version. This is the Diablo 3/8 inch by 50 feet hybrid air hose. Lighter than rubber, more flexible than PVC. So it's supposed to be nice, and comes with these little collars here to help protect the ends. This is 56570, made in China, of course. So we'll see if it's any good. It does seem very pliable, so I'm hoping it's nice and works out well. And also, while I was there, I needed some oversized drill bits, ones that were bigger than a 1/2 inch. I didn't want to use a spade bit on something I had to drill some wood. You can see I already used it right here, the 5/8 inch one. And I just needed some basic, something that'll cut wood, and it did the job perfect. So you get this little set from 9/16 up to 1 inch, and it fits a 1/2 inch drill, so the shank will fit inside there. Just your basic cheapo drill bits, but they're a lot cheaper than buying you know, USA made stuff. This is made in China, of course. It comes in a nice little box. I don't know if I'll keep it in the box. I might just take it out and throw them in the with the rest of my drill bits. But in any event, yeah, sometimes I just can't help myself. I got to go to Harbor Freight and see what they got. Alright, how about some bonus tools? As you can see, I got 3 sets of sockets here. The reason I say bonus is because they're not for me. I actually bought all 3 of these, but I'm giving them to my son, Junior. Now, that's not his real name, that's his nickname that Dad gave him, but they're going to go to my son. I did feature him in a video a couple years ago. We were working on his car. It was like a father-son deal, so some of you may have checked that out. If not, I'll post a link to that. But anyway, he was a mechanic when he was in the Air Force, worked on F-15s, and he got out and he was doing some other things, going to school, going to college, and then now he wants to become, or he wants to get back into being an aircraft mechanic again. In fact, he's already got a job, and so he needs to supply his own tools now, unlike in the Air Force where they supplied them. So I thought Dad would help him out and at least get him starter sets of sockets, and then he can at least hit the ground running. I believe he's already, this is day 3 or 4, and he's having to borrow a lot of tools. So, you know the rule, if you got to borrow a tool more than twice, you got to buy your own. So in this case, Dad is helping him out. So as you can see, I got 3 sets of sockets. These are all GearWrench. They have the shallow and the deep, both SAE and metric, for all 3 sizes. We got 3/8, 1/4 inch, and 1/2 inch. So pretty good comprehensive selections of sockets. Now these are all going to be 12 point, as you can see. Typically when I'm working on cars I use 6 points to help prevent rounding of fasteners, but as an aircraft mechanic they require you to have 12 point sockets, and so that's why I got them all 12 point, and I tried to get the most complete sets that I could. And I like GearWrench. I've used GearWrench a lot. That's typically what I use when I'm working on cars nowadays. And so they're very good quality for the price. Now obviously you go Snap-on or some other tool truck brands, you can spend a lot of money for one, you know, just one set of shallow sockets. You could spend more than what I spent all right here. So, you know, typically my rule of thumb is, you know, buy sort of middle of the road if you can to better, but you don't actually have to get Snap-on or the absolute best, and then we don't want to get the absolute cheapest either when you're doing this for a living. And if they work, then great, you keep using them. If you break them, then that's the point where we know we got to upgrade. So hopefully he doesn't break these. As you can see, they all come, you know, with the, like I said, shallow and deep SAE metric. And they come with ratchets on all 3 sizes and extensions and universal. So pretty complete set. They all come in a case, as you can see. All 3 sets were made in Taiwan. For the 3/8 inch set, you can see for the shallow, we're going to go 1/4 inch all the way to 1, and then 6 millimeter to 19 millimeter. And on the deep, we're going to go 1/4 inch to 7/8, so not quite as many on the deep, and then 6 millimeter to 19 millimeter. So about the same on the, or I believe exactly the same for the metric. And I don't think they skip any sizes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Doesn't look like they skip any sizes, which is good. For the 1/4 inch, we're going to go 3/16 to 9/16 on the standard. On the deep, it's going to be 3/16 to 9/16, so it's the same. And then 4 to 15 millimeter and 4 to 15 millimeter for deep. So both shallow and deep on the 1/4 inch, you're going to all get the same sizes, which is nice. On the 1/2 inch, they do stop when it comes to the deep. Let's see, for the standard we got 7/16 to 1 1/8, and then the deep SAE is going to be half inch to 15/16. So you can see they definitely short you a few deep sockets. And then for metric, on the standard size, we're going to go 10 millimeter to 24, and once again I don't believe we skip any. I'd have to count and make sure. And then deep, we're going to go 10 to 19. So you can see they stop it at 19 where they go all the way up to 24 on this one. So on the deep, you're going to lose a few when you get up to the 1/2 inch range. Hey, let's get them open. I don't think Junior will mind. Okay, as you can see, I got them all out of the packaging. They all come in a nice little hard case. You can remove the top here if you just want to set the bottom into your toolbox, you know, and that way you can carry them with you to the job site if you need to. Just like most sockets, they differentiate between, these are metric, and then the standard just has the two lines like that. They do have a shallow broach design, so the broach doesn't go all the way down. It stops right there. It's made so you can put the nut in there and get it started without it dropping all the way down to the bottom. I like that. Some people don't like it. Now, I bought all 84 teeth ratchets or sets. That's how it came. But I was surprised that when I opened up the 3/8 inch, it came with the newer 90 tooth or 90T. So instead of a 4.3 degree arc, these have 4, so it's a little bit shorter. So a little bit nicer. So these are supposed to be an upgrade. It definitely says 84 teeth right on the box. But I mean, if you use GearWrench, they definitely make decent stuff for the money. You can't go wrong with it, in my opinion, which is why I use it. I use a lot of GearWrench, and I have a lot of other tools too. I don't stick to just one manufacturer. I try to get what's best for the money. But GearWrench makes good stuff. They stamp it right into it, and so it's not just laser etched. So that's nice. It won't wear off, or at least if you do wear that off, it's going to take a lot of time. But very nice set, and you can see that the 1/2 inch ratchet is 84. So for some reason, GearWrench, at least in this box, they shipped the 90T. And you can clearly see right there in the box it says 84 tooth. No big deal to me. I mean, that's an upgrade, I think. A little bit shorter arc, which is kind of nice. It's actually 4.0 instead of 4.3 of the 84. So. And both this one and this one, if I didn't mention, you get the little stubby ratchet too, and it's a 90T also, so that's nice. Some of the design features we talked about are, you know, they differentiate between metric and standard. They do the off corner loading, which most manufacturers do now. And also right here, these ratchets are fairly thin compared to some other ones, which is definitely nice when you got to sneak it into a tight area. Definitely a benefit to have that. So in any event, hopefully you enjoyed me sharing these with you, and I hope Junior likes this stuff. I hope it works well for him. Alright, how about a little bonus tip? Every once in a while when you get these cases from any manufacturer, it's a little bit too much tolerance between the top and the bottom here. And so when you move the case around, all the sockets go flying. That's what was happening to this 3/8 inch one. So to fix that, all I did was tape a piece of cardboard to the inside, and now that takes up the gap. You can see it shuts perfect. And now when we flip it around, all the sockets stay the same. So that's great if you're, you know, taking this on the go. You don't want all your sockets to move around every single time you move them. The other two cases were fine. You could flip them around. Heck, they were shipped here and none of them moved. But this one, just about every single one was in every other position. So this fixes it. So that way, if Junior wants to carry him around, he doesn't have to worry about them every time he moves and goes from one airplane to the next. They're all gone. So in any event, free little tip. It only costs you a nickel. Alright, as long as we're on the subject of bonus tools, I'm filming this a couple weeks after I filmed the other tools, so I'm adding this in. But Junior's been on the job, my son Junior, he's been on the job for a couple weeks now, and you know, he's starting to get used to what tools he needs, and evidently this is a favorite of the mechanics out there on the line. This is a Craftsman 10-piece SAE midget wrench set. Goes from 5, what is that? Man, I got my glasses on, that's hard to read. 5/32 to 7/16 looks like. And let's see, made in China, of course. Like a lot of the Craftsman wrenches are now. Actually, I think darn near the whole line of Craftsman is now made in China, unfortunately. But you can see that's what you're getting. And evidently these work great when working on aircrafts. These small little wrenches, I guess, get the job done where the larger wrenches just get in the way. You only got so much room to work, and evidently these things do good. He's had to borrow them a few times, so he decided to get his own set. You know what? Let's see what one of these wrenches looks like compared to a regular wrench. All right, I got a standard Craftsman 1/4 inch wrench. This was back when they were made in USA, and let's put it next to one of these 1/4 inches out of this set, and you can see the difference there. Definitely a little bit smaller. That seems to be the case for most of these wrenches. Yeah, I guess these wrenches really come in handy. So interesting that they would need that, but I guess I don't work on a lot of aircraft, so I wouldn't know. Those guys do, and this is what they use. So anyway, let's see what other bonus tools we have. And another thing Junior realized he was going to need was a drill and a 1/4 inch driver. I suspect he's going to use that 1/4 inch driver quite a bit. He went with the Craftsman. Of course, I use Milwaukee, but I kind of think that was out of his price range, at least for now. So you can see this is a 2-tool combo kit. You get the charger, 2 batteries, the 2 tools plus a bag. That's kind of cool. V20, so 20 volt brushless. I'm sure it's made in China. I don't even have to look. This has a 1/2 inch chuck right there, obviously keyless. 2-speed gearbox, and for that, and of course quick release standard stuff, and it does have the LED work light on the top there. So let's open it. We won't tell him. All right, there you can see that's it out of the box. Nice little canvas bag. We got our instructions. Nobody has time for that. And charger. Yeah, a couple of batteries. Right there I can see 2 batteries. And then of course we've got our little impact driver there. Feels nice. Actually kind of feels like my Milwaukee a little bit. And the drill. I think these will work perfect for him. If he's using them every day, who knows, he's probably going to wear them out. He may need to upgrade them, but I think for the time being these are going to get him through. And you can see he bought 6-piece 1/4 inch hex adapter set, so these will go on here and it can adapt it to sockets. That's very useful, and you can see you get 2 different sizes. You got the 2.5 inch and 6 inch, so kind of nice. These are made by Husky, made in China. Hopefully they work. And I couldn't help myself. I just had to compare it to my Milwaukee. You can see it's pretty much darn near identical in size and stuff. A little bit fatter right here at the top. This one is a little more narrow. Other than that, they pretty much look like the same thing. Sound a little different though. Alright, up next from Texton, we got a jacketed fiberglass brass hammer, as you can see. I've been needing just a little brass hammer, and I like Texton. They make good stuff, and they're not a lot of money, so figured I'll try it out. Made in China, part number is 30903, but when you just need a little brass hammer, instead of going to the to something like this where we might do some damage, let's use the old brass and limit the damage. So it's always nice to have a fiberglass handle. They typically don't loosen up as much as a wooden handle does, but we'll see. I've been happy with Texton so far. This is a 1 pound, so the end of it is 1 pound. So it's not too heavy and it's not too light either. So anyway, there you go. Alright, I've been wanting one of these for quite a while, and I finally got it. My favorite tool of the day here is going to be a thermal camera from FLIR. This is the TG275, specifically made for automotive diagnostics, so I'm glad FLIR did that. For quite a while they didn't have one just for automotive stuff. This is made in Taiwan, like I said, by FLIR. Let's see, what do we got here? Key features: 160 by 20 true thermal imager. You can measure temperatures from 25 to 550 Celsius, or here in America, minus 13 to over 1,000 degrees. So that's pretty cool. Target precisely with the laser pointer. So there's a laser pointer in there that'll you can put it on and give you the exact temperature. You can record and store JPEG images, work in tight spaces because it's got an LED, and transfer images via USB or Bluetooth. That's kind of cool. Well, let's get this thing opened up. Alright, as you can see, it comes with a case, comes with a cable. It does have a rechargeable battery in it. Comes with some straps and a booklet, whatever. This is what we came to see. This is what we want to see right here. So it's pretty cool. Wherever you put that, you can see the temperature variations, and right in the middle there it'll show your temperature. So whatever that pointer is pointing at right in the middle, it's going to show your temperature. I don't know how well that shows up on the screen. Hopefully you can see it, but that's definitely a really nice picture, at least from my point of view. And then when I grab it, you can definitely see the contrast on my hand. So, and then when I put the laser pointer over, you can definitely see that the temperature went up. Now we're over 90. Where back here, when I'm just pointing at it there, we're at 86. And you can even see where my thumb is grabbing, how I'm warming up the thing right there. Whoops. And you can see when I let go, you can see where I was grabbing and had warmed it up. This is going to be a great tool for diagnosing things, anywhere from electrical to like the heating element in your seats or AC work, everything like that. You'll be able to use this tool for stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad I got this this tool in my arsenal now. Well, there you go. That's all the tools for this video. I want to thank Junior for allowing me to show some of his tools in this video. And as always, hey, if you liked it or it helps you out, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.